Just on that, Chris, there's only Bolton who beat us sometimes in terms of numbers. It's not a competition I follow, but what that does do is reaffirm the potential that you knew we had when you first came here.
Well, I would. The way you've worded that question, I think you're quite gutted. You're not
quite pleased.
Yeah, we want to be number one, don't we? Yeah, it's great. It's a big club, isn't it? I mean, even to do an interview like this with everybody at Rochdale, you'd probably have to get to like the third, fourth round of the FA Cup for that interest. And the club's massive, really, and it's a big part of obviously the community, because it's the hub. And what we've got to try and do is make sure we can is represent them to the best of our abilities. That's all we can try and achieve. I think if I look at myself, if I can get myself and the players doing that, obviously you want to win, but often you can't get what you want. But if we're representing them traits, at least we can share some experiences together on it, because going to work and doing an hard day's graft and representing yourself to the best of your abilities, there's pride in that, and I want the players to play with that.
And having this level of media interest, that transfers to the level of fan and public interest. Great thing for a manager to have.
Oh yeah, I'm very thankful of any support from any area, whether it's somebody trying to help you do something, whether it's a supporter trying to wish you well, whether it's staff going beyond the normal parameters to help support 3 points in the first team. Any football club cascades backwards from the first team, and that's, I call it a 3-point feeling, and it emits to everybody at the club. Everybody feels better because of it, irrelevant of what they do and how they do it. And it's amazing what the spring in the step it can give you, but it works the other way as well if you don't gain it. And it's strange to base your whole life off it. It even affects private life, if I'm being honest with you, on a Sunday. But it's the way it is. That's the industry we work in, and it's the industry that obviously the fans obviously look to support. And it's just a shame they can't share these current experiences with us. But they're doing the best with what you've just said. Media, the News and Star has been brilliant. BBC Cumbria's whacking it out there on the airwaves, and the TV. So and then we've got you.
Well, thanks for that one. Transfer deadline, Chris. It's ticking towards 5 o'clock tomorrow night, obviously. Yet again, even with what's happened to Ethan, it's similar to what you did in July. You've not any sense of knee jerk. There's always and I guess it's you looking for the right player to fill the role.
Yeah. Strategy. It's not just what you would deem the answer. You've got to look beyond the surface of what is. I've got a great analogy for that, but I can't do that one on camera. You've got to look beneath what would be determine the obvious definite answer and the reasons why, and find an answer, because finance at the club dictates that. So we try and work very hard to create something that might grow into something, and it is hard to find, but you've just got to keep looking. The staff look hard now. We've got good backup of support with Jacob, with analysis for people and players we see, rather than it being more he's doing all right, is he available type thing. We've got to get away from them sort of situations and try and have a plan, but often the plan isn't the plan, it changes, so adapting it, and we've had to adapt quite a lot quite quickly. And you could argue, although it's misfortune, because this is how I look at things, of injury, we're fortunate it's happened before deadline. There's different things happen, so you just got to make it work.
And the interesting thing once this deadline passes is the amount of players, as you've already said, that are out there who just don't have clubs at the moment.
Yeah, real difficult. Some strong players. I've spoken to people that you're looking to try and get promoted in League One levels, and they've been promised contracts, spoken to clubs, go get the deals done, meet the managers, and then it's getting flipped to in medicals, it's a pay as you play. So they're then, we're not not committing to that. There's probably something better out there for me, and they're not picking it up. And the current circumstance, I think, has affected that group of players because fans can't come back. I think if fans could come back, it gives you more confidence, I would imagine, to invest in them players as a club. It's going to be real strange, and there's going to be a lot of football players, unfortunately, not playing football.
Your strength coach, Greg, that's another example. What you said to the players, here's an opportunity, take it. You said the same to him, and he did.
Yeah, he's a good lad. He's a local lad. He's more. He doesn't just do the strength; he does everything. But of course, we're at Carlisle, so you have one person. You don't have, his brother actually works for Burnley Football Club. A Premier League team. He's been there a long time, and the sports scientist head there, Mark Howard, was an apprentice with me at Blackpool, and he's one of the best in the business. And there's no way Sean would be able to optimise his squad without Mark's help at Premier League level and get the most out of it. So Greg's got an inside link to the upper ecologues of football. He's Carlisle lad, walks to work, so he's available to help us. And I've used this before, but while we work very hard to gain 3 points, we've got to look after tomorrow's, and his contact and availability to do that, because he's based here, is maximised. So if there's I don't know, if for example we're playing on a Tuesday evening, the squad's getting ready for the game, there was a group of players that are getting that contact and development that need to get quicker, stronger, faster, more agile, whatever it is, for them to maximise their potential. And Greg has to work very hard on them aspects for us.
And Colchester, John departed after the playoff games that didn't go their way. That's a club that's in transition, but at the moment very hard to beat.
Yeah, I wouldn't say they're in transition, because I think the chairman had a master plan and obviously followed it through straight away when obviously the pandemic came out. And I have no doubt that's obviously the financial pressure that he will have had on him. I do know that Colchester in the past and are currently and do have some players that get paid very well for what they're trying to achieve in League Two. So as an owner, he's had to adjust to make sure he's financially stable in what he's trying to achieve. So I have so much respect for that, because he was the first chairman and club to instigate change that needed doing because of where it was. I don't know John well enough to speak to personally on the telephone, so I'm not too sure the details what went on, but outside looking in, it looks very harsh to not be doing your job for what he achieved. But I do know, obviously, the current manager was a big part of that success, so they've got continuity in that success, and I have no doubt they're trying their best to be successful this season.
We enjoy playing on Brunton Park at the moment. Tends to bring clean sheets and results.
Well, you're not guaranteed anything unless we get ready now, prepare correctly, show that winning intent. Everything you've done in the past means absolutely nothing, and we've got to make sure that we're right on point, because in this league, any league punishes you if you're not quite right, but we've got to make sure we're right. And the most important day of the week, and it'll never change, is match day.
Thanks for your time, Chris.